I'm Clarice Imali, 26 years old, born and raised in Kisumu County. I did my schooling in Kisumu County, then went to Western, a school in Vihiga County. After that, I finished my Form 4 in 2011, then stayed out for a period of 2 years. During that period, I had to indulge into something to engage my mind. I did acting since I was acting in high school. So I was doing that when I was staying in Nairobi and my parents were staying in Kisumu. So my dad had to give me a call for me to go to college. I had to go back to Kisumu, listen to what they wanted me to do. Then they told me I was going to join a certain college in Nyanza. I was so sad because I expected them to tell me I was going to do law in Nairobi. For my dream was to be a lawyer. My mom just told me you're going to do teaching. I was so saddened about that. Despite the fact that I loved kids, I never prompted to do teaching. But I had to do it because they were so unstable. They could not afford my university fee for me to do law. So I had to go to a Sumbi Teachers Training College to do my P1 certificate. I struggled. The institution loved me because I was a good actress. I was put forefront in the school leadership to try and teach others on talent. I tried so hard, I pushed so hard, though it was so difficult for me, but I had to absorb it. I finished my college, came out ready to hustle, being a freshman out here, life being difficult. I came up with a friend of mine. We said we have to take a house. We took a house in a place known as Embakasi. It was a bed sitter. We had to share rent and everything. Then I had a chance to go and teach in Bridge International. The schools were located in slum areas to enable kids change their lives there. So the paying was so little, but you had to manage it. I never gave up. I tried to push so hard. I pushed so hard. Too bad I lost the job because more people are being accommodated. You know, when you lose a job, how things are. You're supporting your parents now. What are you going to tell them? How did you lose your job? I stayed for another year without no work, trying to beg from friends, which was so bad. You know, you cannot go to people's doors knocking every now and then that, oh, help me with this, help me with that. That is so awful. I had a chance to go and teach at a school in Eastleigh known as Karioko, but for 3 months because a certain female teacher went for maternity leave, so I had to go and fill the space. The kids loved me. I loved the kids. We had a strong bond. The bond was so strong that I could not even imagine that after 3 months I'm going to leave. Too bad. The teacher was coming back. Clarice has to go. All the kids were like, oh, Teacher Clara, don't go. I felt so bad. I felt so bad going back to the house. You know, you have bills to pay. You have a house rent to pay because they all know the house has to pick his money at the end of the day. You know. I didn't have rent for like 2 months. My landlord came and locked my door. I had to look for a guy. You know, these men of ours, so funny. They're so funny. They lie to you that they're gonna do this for you, they're gonna do that for you. Yet it's all lies, all lies. They just want to get whatever they want, and you know. We tried. The guy helped me, but too bad it had to end. I said enough is enough. I spoke to God, told God this is so heartbreaking. A friend of mine told me, Clarice, there's a teacher who's needed in Somalia. I was so shocked. How am I going to survive there? But I said at the end of the day, I want this, and I have to do this. I encouraged myself, took my things out of the house, gave a friend of mine to keep them, told my mom I'm leaving. She never was into the idea because she thought I'm going to a new country and it's going to be very difficult for me. But I told her, no, I have to do this. I'm a big girl. I have to do this. You know, you have to disrespect your parents sometimes when need is needed, you know. So I left, went to Somalia, got into this new Muslim family. You have to put on hijab. You have to put on habayas. You're not used to that. I was doing homeschooling fast. Before I got an elderly class to teach these elderly people English and some new language like Swahili. So I had to get a part-time class for them. I pushed life, saved money, got along well with the Somali culture. They became family. I became like their own. While I was in Somali, I was doing an online course in a school known as Hope School of Leadership. It's in America. So I had this chance to do my diploma in leadership. So I'm teaching at the same time pushing for my course. It was a 2-year course. I finished it and gained my diploma in leadership. Then it was time to come back home. I became a bit sick. I had a tumor on my back. For the first operation was done when I was in grade 7. It was unsuccessful. Then I thought things are gonna be well. When I'm coming back to Kenya from Somali, I see something getting big and big on my back. My mom is like, why all of a sudden you're coming back to try and enjoy, then something else comes? I was telling God, why me? This is too much. I was in pain, but I said my health comes first. I went to hospital to do away with the tumor. The surgery cost me a lot, and I had to dig deep in my pockets and try to save my life. I tried so hard. At the same time, I used to support my mom and my brother who is in high school, so things were never that good. I finished all my savings. Then I said, oh, this is me now, staying back here, no work, no nothing. I had to pull up my socks and encourage myself and stand on my feet. I had a passion in kids. I wanted to mentor kids and girls. I had a lot of girls who were getting pregnant. A lot of boys were indulging into theft issues. Some were being infected. Some were being like carried away with awful stuff. So I went back to my village in Chavakali, sat down with my chief. I told him what I want to do for my young teens around. I started with 15 girls. I sat them down, listened to their story. They had lots of story. It was so painful. Others staying with their grandparents, disrespecting their grandparents, going out, being swayed away with this border guys. So heartbreaking. In my area, there's gold miners. So these gold miners come sway their minds around. They're gonna buy them this token. Then the girls just get laid. They give money. So I started up my mentorship programs to enable them learn on new skills on what they want to do. But there's some who gave back early and aspired to do something. So I asked you, what can you do? Someone like, I can do carpet making, I can do knitting, I can do poultry farm, I can do painting. Then I said, those who can do poultry farm, I can ask friends of mine who can come and set them a farm somewhere for them to keep on growing the farm and help them get daily income. So my mentorship program started supporting teens around, motivating them, encouraging them, having a talk with them daily, inspiring them not to give up, to keep on pushing for, there's nothing comes easy. I've done lots of programs. I've done lots of mentorship with my teens. Running some come next year January. I'm planning for a talent program for them, which they're gonna showcase their talent. I'm gonna invite friends from all over to come see who they can support, to come see who they can take somewhere and push their skills. So anyone who can support them, you never know until you come outside and see this. They really need our help, for it's very difficult at this period of time. The pandemic has covered poverty. A lot of things have been done in these slum areas. So if you can change a life, if you can touch someone's life, it is very, very, very important. And it's very, very, very key upon God's eyes. You never know. All I say, humanity is the best. Let's try and help where we can. Thank you so much.